We're starting to get a little delusional over here. What's up? It's your girl Jazz, and I'm back with another video. This video is going to be exciting because we're working on my countertops today. And I know in the home tour you saw that I had like all the foundation of the countertops were already done, but I'm actually going to redo the back ones because they're just a little bit too imperfect, and I just don't want to cut any corners. I kind of want to get it a little bit more perfect because these are my countertops. So that's a good thing too, because now you guys can see how I lay them down, how I cut them, install them, and then also we're going to be doing the countertops, everything. My island is good, so we're going to leave that. But yeah, we're gonna do this back wall. So real quick, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about of the reason why I wanna redo them. So here we go. Okay, so here's the hardy board for the back of my kitchen. And I don't know, like my measuring skills, I guess, are not good because I ended up having a gap right here and I tried to fill it in with this piece. Same here, but I will admit that the wall is bowed in right here. So it's not gonna be perfect, but I know I can do a better job. And then on top of it, to be able to put my forms, I need more of a lip. And so this isn't gonna cut it. And this is one piece right here. So you guys are gonna be able to see me cut the hardy board, lay it down, and then we'll be able to build the forms. Now my island is good. I'm good with my island. But this part, I'm going to perfect a little bit. So that's a good thing for you guys, is you guys are literally gonna be able to see the whole process of it. So I didn't have the cement boards like glued down or adhered to the countertop. So that's a good thing about it too. I don't have to rip them up. So we're just gonna pull up the old ones real quick. We gotta disconnect the water and take out the sink and the faucet and everything. So that's what we finna get started doing that now. Well, she already got started. Gonna lay all the boards, this is before they're cut, on top. That way I can hopefully get a better measurement, because before when I tried to just measure them out, you saw all those gaps that I had. I'm not very good at that, so. The same line of how it is, and I'll label these 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So we know where to put it back, and we know where to cut this one.
This one doesn't seem like it's flush against the wall.
It's not, because the wall bowed in. That's why I wanted to lay them down. We're just gonna have to fill that gap in ourselves with silicone or some type of material or just something, you know. But I wanted to lay them down so I can get a straight line on them.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to just try and measure and cut, because since the wall's not even, it's not going to come out the same. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I'm going to show you guys over here. So, in this area, because I don't have anything hanging right here, I'm actually going to have to cut this board some. Just so that when I cut my other piece, it has some type of lip to catch onto. And this is gonna be our sink one, so I'm gonna make sure that I mark where the center is, so that when I cut out the hole for the sink, it's in the right spot. And I'm gonna label each of these 1, 2, 3, so I know exactly where to lay them back down, because like I told you guys, my wall is bowed in the middle. And I'll give you guys a close-up and show you how there's actually a gap right there, and it doesn't sit flush. Like if I look down this way, none of these they're not straight, which is why I wanted to redo them and lay them down and then just draw my measurements as they're on there and cut it according to that because my wall is not even. Okay, so here's the countertops. I mean the hardy board. Here's the middle of the wall. This is where it bows, and see, you can see how there's more of a gap right here. So I'll fill that in, but you see how this one sits more flush up against, and I can't push it anymore. So that's what I mean. And there's not really a gap over here. It's a little gap. It's starting to get a little gappy here, but this is the big gap, and then this one sits pretty flush. So that is a big reason why I'm redoing the countertops, because they came out different sizes. They didn't come out even. Okay, so here my mom is, we're getting ready to figure out this third piece right here, because we're gonna have to do the most cuts and we're gonna have to be the most precise right here, because we have to cut a piece off to make sure that when we put our next piece on, it has a lip to hang on, and then also we have to make sure we get our sink in the right position because it's supposed to be centered with the window. So what we're gonna do with this sink, because I already cut the sink out, like the area, and I basically adjusted the cabinets to the sink the way it was before, we're trying to make sure I get it lined back up with how it was done previously. If this was my first time doing it, then I can kind of determine where I want the sink, and I wouldn't have to like make sure it fits. Basically, I'm making sure it fits basically into the form or the mold that I created before, because I'm redoing these. So because we're lazy, we didn't remove the garbage disposal, but we're just gonna turn it upside down. We measure the brim of the sink, and then the lip is 1 inch. So I'm gonna go 1 inch in when I cut it. So. Sorry about the water being on it, but basically this outer line is the brim of the sink, and I went in 1 inch all the way around, so this is where we're gonna cut. And then this line here is so that when I put on the other hardy board that's supposed to go here and then hang on to those, it's able to catch onto something here, because I wish I could use this whole thing, but then if I put it, it'll have nothing to hang on here. So I'm gonna cut it right here just to make sure it has enough lip. So that's what we're about to do right now. And I got the line going all the way down. The line on this one is actually on the underside. And I don't know if we did this a difficult way, but it was the best way we could figure out. So hopefully it comes out straight. We're gonna see. So, yep. All right, so now we're gonna move things to outside. You guys saw already that we cut our lines. Wait, what do we do? Draw. We measured and drew our lines so that we can get ready to cut. So this is the board that has the sink. This one I'm gonna use to make the whole drill and whatever this thing is called. You know that.
Seems like you're doing it.
So the corners that I wasn't able to get, I'm just using a saw to get these corners so that the sink will be able to fit in it. And it breaking like that, that's exactly what I was trying to prevent. But, you know, gotta roll with the punches and improvise and just keep going. So I do have one more hardy board, but I need that. So otherwise I would just start the one over for that the sink is gonna go into and try and just do it better again. But I don't want to go back to the store and get another one, and I need that one for the end of the cabinet, the end of the cabinets on the back wall. So we're gonna work with this. It still came out better than the last one because of where the breaks are and how many breaks there are. Before I just had way too many breaks. So I think we can still work with it. We're gonna get it fitted and see how it goes. I'm saying we need exactly 15 pieces for it to go around and fit on 47 feet, right? I don't know.
I don't understand.
So, okay, are we supposed to divide 47 divided by 6? Because it's 6
I don't
feet. This is why I'm never good at word problems, okay? Just give me the math problem and the formula and I'll figure it out.
4 out of that, and we can only get 3 out of these, but
We should have been so recording this math. I mean, it's still recording, but I need to hear it.
oh, I know what it was. The ones we got 4 out of is bigger. It's the white ones.
Right.
And the one we're getting 3 out of, they're the skinny ones. We got 3 skinny ones. And they're how long is each one?
Like this?
6 feet,
Both.
right?
Yeah.
Those are 6 feet too.
Mhm.
They're both the same length.
Yeah.
Okay, now 6 times 3 is what?
18.
18
Mm-hmm.
times 3.
18 times 3?
Yeah. I think we have enough.
54?
I think we have enough because all we need is 48. 15, 18
18 times 3.
3.
What's 8 times 3? 24?
Uh-huh.
3, 5.
Okay,
all right.
we have enough.
How do you know?
Because all we need is 47.
And this is how much we have. I'm like, I thought you're saying that's how much we need. I'm like,
No.
how do we have enough? We have 47.
yeah. So now we have enough. We have enough, and you know, I know you're not gonna make the thing 3 feet tall. I mean 3 inches tall. That's like this.
Yes, I am.
You are.
We have enough to do 3 inches. I want them thick. You don't remember that black kitchen?
I
saw
know,
that
but
thick?
2 is good too. I mean, you talking about a lot of cement. That's what I'm talking about.
We get in 15 bags. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be enough to still do it. We didn't count this.
I just looked at it and said,
And when you look that way, I knew.
oh man.
Okay,
Let's see.
2 inches.
This is
2-inch height countertops.
But
This is
still might need some more board.
I don't think
If you're doing 2, we won't.
yeah, I think this is what, 2 or 3 feet, a little over 2 feet,
And how?
2 feet, and then this is like 2.5 feet.
Okay. So,
That's basically another board length, because it's 6 feet, 2 inches.
yeah.
So one board will be able to go
Okay,
like this
so-
basically.
You gotta have 2 inches. Just so it can
Let me
be.
see how it looks. But if I do 2 inches, it's actually gonna start here, so it's gonna be, they're gonna be 1.5 inches tall. That's how tall they'll end up being.
Right.
Well, you'll see this person already 2 inches. Let me do it better. So they'll go this side.
It can be this thick. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, Jim.
Whatever.
You want them to be like,
Don't cook it like
why you got them? All up here, all up in here. Yeah. Okay, so we got enough, so you know.
Okay, I don't know if you heard of us during that crazy madness where we're trying to figure out the math of how many pieces we needed to rip and what size they need to be in order for one, us to not have to go back to the store and get more, and two, for it to be even all around. But I think we figured it out that we're gonna do, what, 2.5 inches for the bottom pieces?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna have them 2 inches high. And then, so what you're gonna see when it's all done is my countertops are gonna be 2 inches thick
Instead of 3.
instead of 3, unfortunately.
Okay. Now you can turn it off now, Jazzy.
Okay, I will. But I'm gonna explain something. So I didn't explain this earlier, but for our forms, we're gonna be ripping 2 different size pieces from the melamine board. One piece is gonna attach underneath to the hardy board, and then it's gonna leave a tiny bit of a gap, and then we're gonna make another piece, and that's gonna be the height of my countertop. And so when we pour the cement in, it's gonna go through this channel. That way, the hardy board is gonna be covered when we take the form off. But then also we're gonna get the height. And then to remove it, all we have to do is unscrew it from the bottom, and you won't see the holes at the bottom of the countertop unless you look underneath. But if you do that, then I don't know. That's your prerogative. So now that we got that math figured out, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back, and you probably will see us trying to cut the melamine board. Hello, welcome back. So we are getting ready to start ripping through this melamine board so I can start getting all the pieces I need to create this form around my countertops. Behind me, I have a portable tabletop saw, which double up as different tools, but I'm using it to just be able to rip through this board. So I just figured out how to put it together, watched a couple of reviews on it, and this is actually gonna be my first time using it, so I'm kind of excited. I really love tools. So we're about to give this thing a try for the first time.
So it's not, I don't
It's dark outside now, and we're finally gluing down the cement boards. We had so much difficulties getting them cut. We tried different tools. It was a struggle, but we got it, and we were determined to make sure we put these forms on tonight, because not only do I have one more day before I go back to work, but I have one more day before I go back to work. So we're dedicating that day to just going, getting the cement, mixing the cement, and pouring it. So we're gonna get this done today. Well, at least the form, so that we can be able to do that tomorrow. So Mom's over there gluing down the back forms. Not the back forms, the hardy board that's on the back wall. We're gonna do that first. We're gonna glue them down here, and then we're gonna start building up these forms. We still got a few more pieces to cut, but we're gonna be able to put the forms that go underneath the cement board on, and then we'll cut the ones that are supposed to basically give us our height of the countertops. But we're going in sections, because cutting, like, we need to take a break, so we're breaking it up. But we're gonna get this done tonight. It's like 10:30 right now, so it's actually still pretty good time. I mean, I'm tired, but it's still pretty good time, so that's what we're about to do right now. We're siliconing the seams up, along with underneath, just to make sure that when we pour the cement, nothing's gonna flow to the bottom, and it gives it more security. And obviously, since it's glued to the cabinet, they're not gonna move. Got all the cement board glued down, all the seams filled in, and we just put some center blocks on top of it just for pressure. We're gonna take a tiny little break and just let it cure just a little bit, and then we're gonna get to start to putting the forms around. Okay guys, so it's currently 3 o'clock in the morning, and we are not done. Not even done putting the forms on, but we did manage to get the bottom of the forms on. The part that's gonna attach to underneath the cement, the hardy board. But we still need to put the sides on. That's gonna give it its height. We have another store run to do tomorrow to grab the cement. I'm gonna pick up some more melamine board, because I don't think I have enough. And I need to pick up a couple other things too. So we're gonna take care of that tomorrow. I'm finna go to sleep, because we're starting to get a little delusional over here, trying to figure this out. We can't even do simple math. But I will update you guys tomorrow. I'm finna take a shower. I'm finna go to sleep. So, good night. We still gotta mix the cement, girl.
We got what?
Mix the cement.
I know, it's time to mix it. Once you mix the cement, you gotta pour it. Can't mix it and say, well, let's run to the store real quick. Let me smoke a cigarette though. And once we start doing this, we can't stop. What the hell you doing, Wayne? Where is that? I don't know why y'all so excited about.
One, we're excited because if you was here, Wayne, on Wednesday, with everything that we went through. No, but I'm just saying, like, if you would have seen everything we went through, you would understand. This would be a happy moment anyways, but we are just even more happy because if anything that could have went wrong on Wednesday went wrong.
And look at how neat it looks now. And we solved a bunch of problems that we had.
Yeah, every problem we came in contact with, we came up with a solution. Can't see me that well, but we're out here getting ready to mix the cement, and I wanted to tell you guys about these two additives that we're going to be adding into it. One is called flow control, and the other one is called set control. Now the set control, that's the one you pour in the water before you pour the cement powder in, and this is basically just going to give us some more working time because we have cement all, which dries and cures really, really fast. So this is just gonna give us some more time, but it's still gonna allow us to get this done in a day. Flow control, I wonder, am I getting these mixed up? Okay, yeah, so the last one, flow control, is the one that is going to okay, yeah, that was right. Flow control is going to basically help us turn our mixture into a pancake consistency without having to add more water, therefore increasing the strength. Because the more water you add, it decreases the strength. So that's what we're about to do now. Got our mixing spatula set up to our drill. We're starting off with 5 liters of water. The set control, you add it into the water before you start adding the cement in. And then when you start adding the cement in about halfway through, that's when you add in the flow control.
Wait!
Okay. Okay, spread it. Spread.
Oh man,
It's because of the silk.
oh, it did pretty good though. Not that bad. Yeah. See, that you think it's the silicone? No, I think it's the cement.
No, I think it's the silicone because the cement is broken. What's causing this to still stick? The silicone.
Okay.
No.
Okay. This is easily sand down there. Uh-huh. Girl.
Not quite perfect, but it's a straight edge. And we're gonna sand this and fill this in with cement on the sides. But yeah, it's working out. So we're gonna remove the rest of it now.
It's gonna be almost dry. It's not dry yet. No. It's dry, but it's not dry. You know.
I can feel it.
But you gotta let it set for 24 hours.
You gotta start sanding it now.
I know.
It's weird, it's warm.